Hey, what is up? Kate the Great here. Welcome back to my channel. It's really nice to have you here. Today we are going to do a upper body only strength training workout. We are aiming for muscle hypertrophy, aka muscle growth. There's going to be 4 supersets. Supersets is 2 exercises back to back. So 2 exercises per superset, 4 supersets. We're going to do each superset 3 sets total, so 3 times through, back to back. And then we're gonna move on to the next superset and then continue from there. We are going to lift as heavy as we can, aiming for 8 to 12 reps per set. That is the rep range for muscle hypertrophy. The reps that you do today are totally up to you depending on you, what weight you have, and how you feel. I will be doing 10 reps, but feel free to do any reps within the range of 8 to 12. There will be a 30-second time gap in between each exercise. That time will be used for finishing up your set, whether you're doing maybe 11 or 12 reps or you went slower than I did. The time will also be used to demo the next exercise. I will show you what's coming up next, and a transition time for you to be able to either go down onto the floor or stand up or just get into the position ready for the next exercise. Like I said earlier, we're going to lift heavy, so we will be using weights for this workout, whether they are kettlebells, dumbbells, anything, a duffel bag or a backpack full of heavy things that you have around your house, literally anything that you can use that you can lift that's heavy enough where you are not doing more than 12 reps. So how do you know which reps are best for you? Again, like I said, it's based on exertion, on where you are in your journey at the moment. If you have weights that are on the heavier side, I want you to aim for 8 to 10 reps. But if you have lighter weights where you can complete a decent amount of reps, I want you to aim for 10 to 12. And then as we go through the workout, feel free to change the reps, feel free to drop the weight if you need to, or increase the weight if you need to. This workout is super tough and demanding. I'm going to expect a lot from you, so make sure you are super warm before we start this workout. Check out this warm-up right here. It is a complete upper body warm-up for you to follow along to. Or you could do this warm-up. It is more of a full body warm-up, but either one will get the job done, get you nice and warm, ready to kill the workout. And lastly, I will cue you during that transition time plus the first set of every exercise. Before we jump into it, please give this video a like and subscribe down below because it really helps to support me and my channel, and so you can always come back and work out with me again. All right, superset number 1, exercise 1 and 2 are up first. Here we go. For this move, we are going to be laying on our stomachs. You're going to put your arms out in a T position and do what I call a jar opener, aka externally rotating the shoulder blades. I want you to think to have the inside of your elbow and your thumbs faced up to the ceiling. You're going to tuck your pelvis under, let your forehead rest on the floor, reaching up towards the ceiling or the sky. You're going to lift your arms up, pause for half a second, release back down, and that is 1 rep. For every single rep, you can either go out of the external rotation, reset yourself up, and then go back up, or you can keep yourself in that externally rotated position, aka the jar opener. Always make sure that the inside of your elbows and your thumbs are faced up to the ceiling. Don't forget to relax your forehead on the floor. I want you to aim to feel this move in your middle and lower trapezius muscles, right in the middle of your upper back. You will also feel this move in your posterior deltoid, aka the back of your shoulder. You only need to go about 2 inches off the floor. Make sure you're keeping everything super smooth and take your time. Don't forget, you can use this time to rest or complete the set of the move that we just did. But kneeling overhead shoulder press is up next. So you're going to do your least dominant arm. So you're going to kneel down with the knee of the same side that's going to press overhead. Make sure your pelvis is nice and tucked. Brace your core super tight. You're going to press the weight straight up to a nice straight arm, lower back down, and that is 1 rep. When you press overhead, I want you to make sure that your shoulder blade is still scooping right underneath your armpit, so that whole jar opener thing I was talking about earlier. I want you to aim to do that with every single move today. So you're going to press straight overhead, making sure you're scooping so you're not feeling it in your upper trapezius muscle. Lower back down nice and slowly. Make sure to not arch your back. So squeeze your booty of the knee that's down, tuck your pelvis, brace your core. Now we are going into the other arm. So this is going to be your more dominant arm out of the two. Same exact thing, kneeling down with the knee of the same side that's going to press up. Tuck your pelvis, core is tight, squeeze the booty of the knee that's down. Nice and smooth, press up. Nice and smooth, release back down. You got this. For this entire workout, through every single set, do not forget that you are not locked in to the reps and the weights that you chose previously. Feel free to drop the weight if you need to, add some weight if you can, drop the reps if you can't complete the same amount of reps, or up the reps if you're feeling good and can complete more. Do not push yourself through ranges of motion that you do not have yet. Form is over everything. Don't forget, lock that core in the whole time. Awesome job with set number 1 of superset number 1. So we just completed both exercises, 1 set of each, and we are going into set number 2 of both moves again. So 3 sets total. Here we go into set number 2 of the prone tees and the kneeling overhead press on both sides. You used to be the one getting crazy when I'd be hard to reach. I can see it in your eyes. You don't want to talk anymore. I want to get so numb, while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I said my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. 'Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. 'Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. I can't believe you're here. Can't get any words, no.
What is love? What is love? I don't understand. Wake me up, yeah. Reaching for your hand. Never felt something like this. Never been so close. Nothing will ever be, yeah, like it was before. No. She's my runaway girl. Made me chase her halfway around the world. For her it's just a game and I have to play. Yeah, I know she's winning either way. Can't let you get away again. 'Cause deep inside I know you are the one, yeah. I love you till eternity. Girl, you know that I don't want no other. She's my runaway. She's my runaway.
Awesome job so far. You have completed 2 sets of the superset number 1. We are going right into the last set of both exercises. Don't forget you can drop the reps or the weight if you have to, or increase the reps or the weight if you can. Keep up the great work.
Reaching for your hand. Never felt something like this. Never been so close. Nothing will ever be like it was before. She's my runaway girl. Made me chase her halfway around the world. Yeah. For her it's just a game that I have to play. Oh yeah, I know she's winning either way. Can't let you get away again. 'Cause deep inside I know you are the one. Yeah, I love you till eternity. Girl, you know that I don't want no other. She's my runaway. She's my runaway girl. 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 She's my runaway girl. I can hurt you like you hurt me too. Me too. We're letting go, drifting apart. We're letting go, drifting apart. I can hurt you like you hurt me too. Me too. We're letting go, drifting apart. We're letting go, drifting apart. We're letting go, drifting apart. I can hurt.
And that completes superset number 1. We are moving right into superset number 2, starting with a floor chest press. You're going to start seated on the floor, bring your weights up to your knees, carefully lower yourself down onto your back. Aim for your elbows to be landed at a 45-degree angle down from your shoulder. You're going to press straight up to the ceiling, lower back down, and that is 1 rep. In the initial position, I want you to make sure that your wrists and the weight are stacked right over your elbows in that 45-degree angle. When you press straight up to the ceiling, you can have the weights come in a little bit. You can have them touch if you'd like, but keeping that angle down away from your shoulder, that 45-degree angle. Of course, as always, make sure you are scooping your shoulder blades underneath your armpits as you press the weight up and release back down. Take your time with this move. And of course, do not forget to keep your core nice and braced the whole time. You will feel this move in your chest muscles and your anterior deltoid, aka the front of your shoulder. You might also feel this move in your triceps, which is the muscle in the back of your arms, because that muscle assists in the pressing motion. We are starting the single arm row with your least dominant arm. You're going to start with your feet hip width apart. You're going to place the foot of the side that's going to row about 1.5 feet behind the other foot. You're going to hinge yourself back at the hips. Make sure your core is nice and tight. letting the arm go down towards the floor. You're going to scoop your shoulder blade, aka a jar opener, row the weight up, aiming for your elbow to go towards your hip, release back down, and that is 1 rep. We are using the leg that is placed behind as a kickstand in the hinged position. I want you to make sure that your core is super braced the entire time so that you do not feel any pressure on your low back. Feel free to also squeeze the booty of the leg that's in front. I want you to aim for the arm to completely release down so that you can re-scoop your shoulder blade for every single rep. You should be feeling this in all of the back muscles on the side of the arm that you are rowing with. Here we go into the other side of the single arm row. You will now use your dominant arm to row. Same exact position as the other side. Make sure you have that kickstand foot behind a little bit, hinging at the hips, lowering down, core is nice and tight. Don't forget to scoop as you pull, and then release back down, keeping everything super smooth.
You go to my head, 'cause I know I'm dealing with the devil, but I'm standing with my heart in your hand, and I'm too deep into win this gamble. Pull me towards you, and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that.
Great job with set number 1. We are now going into set number 2 of superset number 2, starting with the floor chest press and then going straight into the single arm bent over row. Don't forget any of the cues that I gave to you in set number 1. Don't forget to brace your core nice and tight, especially with the bent over row. Here we go. great job with set number 2. Here we go into the last set of superset number 2. Do not forget, as always, you can drop the weights if you have to, drop the reps if you have to, increase the weight if you can, and increase the reps if you can as well. You are doing great. Keep everything nice and steady. Never sacrifice your form, but always push yourself.
Just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help myself, I wonder if you still feel the way I feel when somebody calls you in. Are you sleeping with someone new, someone new, just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new. I was looking like a fool when I met ya, all covered up in the dirt from my past. So insecure about myself when I met ya. Won't you give me any warning? I've been thinking about you day and night and day and night. To be honest, I just don't know what to do next. 'Cause I'm the one with a broken heart, waiting for you to come out and save me. I'm a mess, need to untangle, and I'm a fool for you, baby. Fool for you, baby. Waiting for you to come out and save me. Fool for you. You were making me so sure in a heartbeat. All of my doubts disappearing at last. You made me fall without saying a sentence. Won't you give me?
See ya, superset number 2. Great work so far. Prone Ys are up first in superset number 3. This is the same exact position that we did earlier with the prone tees. So get yourself in the same exact position, except your arms will be overhead on an angle in a Y position. You are going to scoop your shoulder blades, lift up your arms, lower back down, and that is 1 rep. Don't forget to make sure your pelvis is nice and tucked and your forehead stays on the floor. With the scooping of the shoulder blade, aka the jar openers, aim to have the inside of your elbows and your thumbs faced up to the ceiling. You should feel the scooping of your shoulder blades activate the muscle underneath your armpit, and as you lift up, you should feel it in your shoulders, your mid, and your lower trapezius muscles. And just as a reminder, you only need to lift your arms about 2 inches off of the floor.
Logical, something that you do to me. I'm the one with the broken heart.
Eccentric push-ups are up next. You're going to place yourself in a quadruped position, meaning your knees underneath your hips, your fingers gripped into the floor, and placed underneath your shoulders. You're going to place yourself into a plank, so one leg back at a time. You're going to slightly shift yourself forward. Make sure you scoop your shoulder blades underneath. You're going to slowly lower yourself down, aiming for your elbows at a 45-degree angle. Bring yourself back up, and that is 1 rep. And when I say aim for your elbows at a 45-degree angle, I want you to think of the same thing that we just did with the floor chest press. Any pushing motion like that has the same concept. It's just a little bit different. So when you lower yourself down, I want you to aim for the middle of your chest line to be in the same line as your hands. Throughout the entire move, I want you to think of opening the jar on the floor. So pretend that your hands on the floor are on top of jar caps and you're trying to twist them open. Think of rotating the inside of your elbow to face forward. That's going to help really get the scoop going of your shoulder blades. You should feel this move in your chest muscles, your front deltoid, so your anterior deltoid, and your tricep muscles. Make sure every single time you bring yourself up to that quadruped position, walk your knees in so they are underneath your hips. Set yourself up right every single rep. An eccentric contraction of a muscle is also known as a negative or a lowering phase of a contraction. So with this move, I want you to think about going as slow as you can. You'll notice as the reps go on, you might drop a little bit faster than you would like to, but still maintaining that slowness the entire time. It is extremely important that you maintain a braced core the entire time. I want you to also tuck your pelvis, squeeze your booty, in addition to the brace of your core as you lower. This is one of the tougher moves of today's workout, so if you feel like you are getting too fatigued, feel free to drop the reps down, always maintaining that plank position the entire time. You're doing great. Keep up the good work.
And come back when you're older. Go catch the storm within your road.
Awesome job with set number 1. We are going into set number 2 of superset number 3, starting with the prone Ys and then going into the eccentric push-ups.
You've been through, why you got scars. Since you walked through the door, I've been trying to reach you, 'cause I feel you. What's the story to tell? What's the story behind the mountain you're trying to climb? Think I've heard it before in a movie line. We can write our own ending this time. I wanna say no, but I cannot lie. I'm so curious about your life, but you're a stranger trying to hide. What I see is not, you don't deny. I wanna see the rest of you tonight. Some of you and only one is for real. You spin me around and you make believe
are doing awesome. Here we go into the last set of superset number 3. Again, starting with the prone Ys and then going into the eccentric push-ups. Don't forget, you can always drop the reps if you have to, while still keeping the demand on your body. Keep up the awesome work.
You're a guilt trip, feeding me with all these lies. I feel sick. You're a bad choice that I made 5 years ago at some party in New York. Are you texting me to tell me that I'm shit? Why are you still going on about things I never did? Maybe you can't see that I'm hard to hold. I know I'm a basket case you think should be alone, but I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, don't want you. I can barely sleep 'cause of you, but I still have my friends, don't want you. You're a nightmare, reminding me of who I am. I feel scared sometimes. Why'd you leave me be? I know I'm a mess, but I don't need you to tell me. I can't change the things that happen. I know my head's not right. I wish that I could be somebody that's good enough for you, but I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, don't want you. I can barely sleep 'cause of you, but I still have my friends, don't want you. Forget about what you think you know about me now. Yeah, I don't care how you feel, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not the same as I was when it was you and I. It doesn't matter now. Oh, it doesn't matter now. Oh, it doesn't matter now. But I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, so you. But I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, don't want you. I can barely sleep 'cause of you, but I still have my friends, don't want you. But I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, don't want you. I can barely sleep 'cause of you, but I still have my friends, don't want you. We were undiscovered, didn't care for one another, you and I. Thought I was okay, till something in me changed, don't know why. You got me high, but I'm sober. You make me lonely when I'm by myself. I should be free, but I'm hoping that we could be something in the end, something more than friends.
You are doing awesome. Up next is superset number 4, starting with the first set of wide bicep curls. You're gonna hold the weights down by your sides. I want you to, again, open that jar, externally rotating your entire arm, including the weights out to the sides. Scoop the shoulder blade, curl the weights up, release back down, and that is 1 back. As always, make sure you are keeping a nice, stable body position. So feet are dug nice and firmly into the floor, core is nice and tight, squeeze in the booty, and of course, like I said earlier, make sure you are externally rotating those shoulder blades, aka the jar openers, scooping the bottom of your shoulder blade underneath your armpit. Your bicep muscles insert right up into your shoulder, so you need to make sure that your shoulder blade position and your entire shoulder girdle is staying super stable the entire time. Keep a nice, smooth and slow pace as you curl the weights up and release back down. You should feel this move in your bicep muscles, which are on the front of your arm.
For one another, you and I.
Skull crushers are up. Next, you're going to start in a seated position, bring the weights up, slowly lower them down, push the weights up to the ceiling, have your palms face toward each other, slowly lower the weights down by the side of your head or your temple area, aiming for a nice 90-degree angle. You're going to push the weights back up to a straight arm, and that is 1 rep. For this move, in order to maintain a nice neutral position, I want you to think of tucking your elbows in as you are pushing your wrists out. That will maintain your wrist in alignment with your elbow as you lower down. Don't forget that 90-degree angle is super important. Take the move nice and slow, of course, like we've been doing the entire workout, lowering all the way down next to your temples, pushing up to that straight elbow. Do not be afraid to straighten out your arms. This exercise works your tricep muscles, which are the ones on the back of your arm. And of course, don't forget to drop the weight if you have to, drop the reps if you have to, increase the weight or the reps if you can as well. Form is over everything. Great job with set number 1. Set number 2 is up next of superset number 4, starting with the wide bicep curls and then going into the skull crushers. Do not forget all of the cues that I have given you so far. Form is over everything. Take your time and adjust the weight and reps if you have to.
Baby, I know this might
This is it, the last set of superset number 4, the last superset of the whole entire workout. Make sure to keep pushing yourself while still remembering form is everything. Adjust accordingly if you have to. Keep everything super steady. You are almost there.
Know that we got connection. I think about you. You're on my mind, on my mind, on my mind. Yeah, I'm going out of my mind, out of my mind, out of my mind. Yeah, for you, my love. You drive me crazy. Tell me what to do, what to do. I'm on my knees, yeah, I am begging you, begging you. I'll break the rules if it will get me to, yeah.
Go into the last set of the entire workout, the skull crushers. Be proud of yourself for all of the hard work that you've done so far. Keep pushing yourself while maintaining good form. Take everything super slow, and I will see you at the end.
Time no more, 'cause I can't get you out of my mind. I can't live without your love for sure. You drive me crazy, tell me what to do, what to do. I'm on my knees, yeah, I am begging you, begging you. I'll break the rules if it will get me to, yeah. I'm going out.
And that is it. We are all done. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you're feeling good and worked super hard. Be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back for showing up and working hard. Thanks again. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye. Reps. Oh, wait. Keep messing that part up. Oh, wait. Whoa!